Hey guys, movie junkie for life here, and I have my big boy Winston here with me because we're gonna be reviewing Kong Skull Island. And this one is set in 1974, and it's a story of a team of researchers that convinced the government to give them a military helicopter escort to an recently discovered island so that they could map this island. The thing is, they're not there just to survey the island. They have something a little more sinister in mind. And of course, we meet Kong. So this movie stars a bunch of people: George C. Riley, Tom Hiddleston, Samuel L. Jackson, John Goodman, a bunch of other people, recognizable faces. Toby Cabell, who himself played a monkey, as he put it, in Planet of the Apes and Rise of the Planet. No, sorry, not Planet of the Apes. Rise and the other one. Can't remember the name. Is it War? Or is War the new one? Anyway, you guys know who Toby Cabell is. So let's get into what I liked about this movie. So I made my notes. I started making notes now because sometimes I realize I forget to address stuff that I wanted to talk about. So I have my notes. And the first one is what I liked, and it's the visuals. Let's get that out of the way one time. Kong looks amazing. They did a really fantastic job here. And what I liked a lot is that he didn't necessarily look like the Kongs that came before. The most famous ones being, of course, the original 1930 something movie. And I might have that date wrong. Sorry about that. And the one, of course, that Peter Jackson did, where his Kong is very, very gorilla like in his movements and stuff. This Kong, he looks kind of like a man, really hairy man, but it's very, very well done. It's really fur. The look of the other dinosaurs, well, I don't know if you call them dinosaurs, the reptilian creatures you see in the trailer. They were a little more CG looking as opposed to natural, but I guess that's just because we don't know what they are. But overall, I think the visuals were really, really strong. Another aspect of this that I liked and didn't like, and I'll get to the didn't like when I hit the cons, is the music. This movie is filled with songs, of course, from that era, and it's fine because it's a very Vietnam type movie. I mean, the movie does, if you want to kind of dig deep and peel back the layers, Kong is almost like a metaphor for, at least this is what I got from it. Maybe I'm full of shit, but I got the feeling that it's about, people going into other countries, invading other countries, destroying other countries without really trying to understand anything about that country or the culture of the people there or the creatures there, if you want to call it that. So that's what I got from it. What I will say though is the best part of Kong is Kong, and maybe that's where they nailed it. Maybe that's what it is, because this is a popcorn flick through and through. And every time it was a Kong related scene, every time it was action, that type of thing, this movie would excel. That's when this movie takes off. Whenever the focus is brought to the human characters, that's when this movie starts to slide, or I should say slow down, and that's not a good thing. That gets me into my cons. But the acting is not bad. It's not so much that the acting is bad, it's that these characters are completely underdeveloped. With the exception of John C. Riley's character, who has the most backstory of any character. And John C. Riley is awesome. I love him in everything. I don't think I've ever seen him in a movie and I didn't enjoy him, even if I didn't like the movie. And here, he's the saving grace of the humans in this movie. He's the character more than anybody else you want to see make it out alive. And that's such a shame because we know Tom Hiddleston can do amazing things. We've seen his Loki. We know what he's capable of. Here, honestly, he's just really tall, really good looking, nice to look at, but he doesn't serve much of a purpose. And they make it up like if he's supposed to be this big deal, but we don't really get that much from him. Sam Jackson does Sam Jackson, and that's fine. There's no problem with that. I mean, he even has a very Sam Jackson one line moment that I think when you hear it, you're going to know what I'm talking about. And it's awesome. It brought a smile to my face, but his character was just so one dimensional. I mean, I couldn't even really understand where his, I could understand, but I couldn't get behind where his aggression was coming from. So I don't know. It worked sometimes, it didn't work other times. And the other soldiers, everybody I think the actor, I don't know his name. I think he played Easy E in the movie they had the other day with Ice Cube and stuff. He was Easy E. Yeah, straight out of Compton. That's it. Straight out of Compton. So yeah, he honestly, he was like my second favorite human character in this. I thought he was really funny and really sweet. And I mean, everybody does well with what they're given, but these characters, they don't really spend any time developing these characters. Um, so overall, guys, Kong is a fun time at cinema. It's not what I was hoping it would be 100%, but I will say this: it's better than Godzilla in the sense that we spent a lot of time with Kong. Godzilla, we got like what, eight minutes of Godzilla, who I adore. I love Godzilla. If it comes down to a fight between Godzilla and King Kong, I'm backing the big lizard. Um, but this movie could, I felt like it could have been a lot better. I felt like it could have been more, especially that they're trying to develop it into a franchise. They should have spent a little more time with these characters, but who knows what they have in mind, because when you look at the timeline, it's kind of weird. Kong is in the 70s. Godzilla was set in like 2012, I think it was. So I mean, they say he's growing, so I guess they plan on bringing him forward into time, and he'll be much bigger, more of a threat. And I'm not giving anything away here, guys, because everybody knows that's what they're planning on doing with the franchise. Just like how Universal is building their monster franchise. Legendary is building their monster franchise with Godzilla, Kong, Mothra, all these wonderful characters that we know about. So I'm looking forward to it. I just kind of hope that, just like Godzilla, where in the sense that they spent a little too much time with the human characters in Godzilla, and we didn't give a crap about them either. Here, I just hope that if you're going to introduce actors of this caliber, you don't waste them. But overall, guys, Kong is a fun time at the cinema. I was never really bored with this movie. The pace does slow down when they focus on the human characters, but this is a fun time at the cinema, and I had a good time. So I'm going to give Kong a 6.5 out of 10. I recommend seeing it in cinema. It was fun to see him on the big screen doing his thing, and they do manage to pay homage to the original Kong movies in their own way. There are little scenes here and there, the Beauty and the Beast, so to speak, Kong in chains. They have these little touches here and there that call back to the original Kong. The action sequences, like I said, they were fine. I kind of enjoyed the ones in Peter Jackson's movie a little more. I don't know if that's because it was, I don't know. I think the fight between Kong and the dinosaurs in Peter Jackson's version was a little more, I don't know if it's the CG was better. There's something there that's a bit better than the one that takes place at the main fight. So the fight here, it was fine. It was good. It was enjoyable. I just think the Peter Jackson one was executed a little better. But definitely worth a watch. So King Kong Skull Island gets a 6.5 out of 10. That's gonna be it for me, guys. So till next time. Bye bye. Say bye bye, Winston. Ugh. Big stupid monkey. That's okay. I love him. I love him. He's my big monkey. Okay, guys. Bye.